Hello everybody, my name is Dratnus and welcome to my Great Vault video for the week. As always, we open all these every week here. Again, I've got quite a big selection of options across my account now. Maybe not quite as much as last week, but it's pretty close. So we start off on my warrior. My warrior, I'll open in Fury again, because there aren't really any good tank trinkets that I need. There's not really any shield, right? I've already got the best shield. A good one-hander would be good, but Fury can loot those too. And then besides that, a good two-hander, like another copy of the Incarnate Sky Splitter would give me 2 of those from Razagath. That would be cool. But the big thing that I would be looking for is actually the Razagath helmet. The 424 helmet would be the biggest thing. Outside of that, 421 pants would be really good as well. The Aeronog ring would be really good as well. And then, yeah, 421 weapon, especially the Knock It Offensive Strike Twice weapon would be good. Beyond that, tertiaries would be good. Otherwise, we're happy taking a socket. There's a belt here, but unfortunately, we're already using the Unstable Frostfire belt, and likely will continue to be. There is the Auto Attack ring, which is sort of compelling. There's also a 421 helmet. I can catalyze this, and I probably will. That's 3 item levels on the helmet. And that lets me then swap my chest piece into a non-tier chest piece. Ideally, I would get the Razagath one. But if I take a socket here... I guess if I take a socket here, I'm throwing a socket into these bracers, which are good bracers. I do kind of need to start taking sockets sometime soon. If I take a socket this week, I don't drop a Razagath helmet this week. Then next week, if I take a socket, I don't have a good thing to socket from there. It would be this Primal Molten Helmet, which I don't want to be a long-term item. So I think I should... Like, if you think about it, okay, this is going to give me 14 strength. It's going to give me 14 strength, 18 armor, 50 stam. That's a little bit less value than a socket, but it does mean that I'll have 2 good socketable items. Although I would still rather get the 424 helmet, but I'll take the helmet, and that way, because otherwise I was a little worried. If I took the socket this week, I'd potentially have nothing good to socket next week if I took one. So yeah, we'll take this helmet, we'll catalyze it, and that's okay. Not 424, but can't complain. Only had 1 slot from the raid as well. Okay, Monk is up next. Now my Monk did 6 bosses in the raid 2 weeks ago. Now, the way the Great Vault works is that in raid slots, you can only get loot from bosses that you've killed on that difficulty, but it doesn't have to be that week. And it can also randomly give you tier from bosses you haven't killed. So if you ever see like a 424 Razagath helmet, you can get that even if you've not killed Razagath. The chance goes up if you have. But aside from tier, you can only see gear in your vault from bosses that you've killed on that difficulty, but you don't have to have killed them this week. So... let's go loot spec. I guess Windwalker? DPS trinkets probably... I don't know, my trinkets are really good. Kind of hoping to just not see trinkets. So I could see the... What I'm getting at is I could see the Broodkeeper ring. That would be the best outcome for me here. We're not going to see it this time. We're going to see a garbage little 415 there. So we're going to take a little 6-eye level upgrade on boots, it looks like. Again, this is, what, 21 main stat, 17 secondary stat, 13 armor, 72 stam. That's a little bit less value than you're getting out of a socket. But it's, you know, I can still take as many sockets as I want after this. Whereas I'm not sure I'll ever see 421 boots again. I don't even know what the raid leather boots look like. Let's take a look. Feet. Yeah, there's only 415s from the raid, so this is kind of irreplaceable. Irreplaceably good. We'll throw that on. Toss an enchant on it later. Okay. Paladin. Oh, look at that guy. So, my Paladin, there's a few items I would like. My Paladin I did 6 bosses on last week, so it's got 3 raid spots. Any of the fire rings would be insane. So, Aeronog ring would be good. Broodkeeper ring would be gooder. Also, I've already got an Incarnate Icon, so we're not hoping to see that. I've already got... I don't have a Decoration of Flame, but I actually don't really like Decoration of Flame on this, and I already have a Incarnate Icon. So don't really want to see that. I'm going to go loot spec prot, though, because I would love to see the 424 shield. I think that would be the biggest upgrade that could come out of here. Besides, maybe a 424 helmet would be good. Bracers or something. I don't know. All right, what do we got here? Well, nothing. 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 I see. I see. We've got a socket. A little socket in our vault. Now, to be fair, the only reason we're getting a socket here is because I like, of these slots in these items, I already have good 421 stuff. So, because I've gotten lucky in the past, don't need any of those already. But that's a shame. Yeah, I would have really loved to see the shield. The shield would have been very big for this character. It's possible that I will try and just get it from the raid again this week and go through the raid. The socket's pretty good, though. We can throw that in this Unstable Frostfire belt. Probably don't want to socket into this Signet of Dancing Jade either, because I would really like to get one of the very rare rings. So yeah, I think we'll throw it into the... Oops. Just unequip my ring. There it is. Yeah, we'll probably just throw it into this Unstable Frostfire belt. Can't be too sad about that, but also obviously not too happy about it. That was pretty bad outcome, and that was my character that had the most chances at seeing an item as well. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame. All right. Up next, we have the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter did just a 2 out of 8. Most of my characters just killed. I just do 2 out of 8. You know, Pug first 2. Loot spec Havoc, that's fine. Don't really want to see tank trinkets. Now, I've already got an Aeronog ring. I can't see a Broodkeeper ring. Whispering Incarnate Icon, I guess, would be cool. I don't even know how good that is for Havoc, but it's definitely better than this Ruby Whelp Shell. Other than that, we were hoping to just see 421 tier chest piece we could high roll. Okay, so these are just normal raid pieces. I did a Glory of the Raid thing. So those are there. This cloak is not very good. 421 Indestructible Sword. Ooh, Indestructible is really good for me as well. But there's also a 421 Jeweled Signet of Melandris. I think I'm going to take that. Actually, I'm not sure. Let's run a sim. I wonder how much of an upgrade these two items are. So it's 6 item levels on a Jeweled Signet of Melandris, which I don't think is actually that good for Havoc, but it's really good for Vengeance. So we could do this on raid bots real quick. Let's see. Top Gear. We can do it as Havoc, and then we'll do it as Vengeance as well. So we want to look at, first of all, Jeweled Signet. We also want to look at Weapon. Refraction's Edge in the main hand. The Warglaive we want the Warglaive in the offhand selected so that we don't drop Fang Adornments for doing this. And then we do need to stick an enchant on the ring, which was like Mastery, right? Was that what they were enchanted with? Yeah, okay. Enchant on the ring, main hand. Just put Frozen Devotion, Sophic Devotion. And yeah, okay. Find Top Gear. We'll see how good this is for Havoc. And then I can also do it for Vengeance as well. Alright, so for Vengeance, for some reason it's saying 421 in the offhand is ideal. And that it would be a DPS loss to put it in the main hand. For Havoc, it wants the 421 weapon into the main hand. It's a little bit more of a DPS gain than doing the Jeweled Signet of Melandris. Jeweled Signet of Melandris only 151 DPS. The main hand is 136 more than that. It's 287 DPS. Which doesn't actually surprise me. Weapons are really big. The thing about Havoc as well is if you look in the raid, you're looking for main hand weapons. Not for Druid, but for Demon Hunter. There's one off of Kurog, 421. But that one's kind of hard to get, kind of in high demand. There's also one off of Dathia. So I could bring this character to those bosses. I could try and collect those Warglaives, like these weapons. It's possible. Like it wouldn't be that hard to play this character on those bosses. If I do that, then this is pretty replaceable, right? Whereas this is kind of irreplaceable. This is 421, M+ weapon. or M plus item. So I think I'm gonna take this because it is harder to find one of these, right? It's harder to get a 421 cool ring. Obviously, there's the Broodkeeper ring, but I actually don't think I could easily rat this character into Broodkeeper. I think I could Karag and Dathia, though. So, yeah. Let's just put this 421 Jeweled Signet Melandris on. That's cool. The rings are basically done for now. I guess one downside of this is that we know there's going to be a good ring next patch. I already have one good ring in Seal of Diurna's Chosen, but I don't know. I feel like this is good. I'm actually not going to put a Mastery Enchant on it as well. Now I'm thinking about maybe playing this character for Raid this week for Dathia and Karag, try and get a weapon now that I look at that. So maybe I'll be a little bit more careful about how I enchant it. But I'll put some tank enchants on instead of DPS ones. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. I don't know. Maybe this is a mistake, but whatever. If it was a mistake, it's a character that doesn't really matter on. And if it was, like, if the weapon was a mistake, the weapon's one of the slots that'll get replaced next patch anyways if I do decide to main this thing. So not a big deal. Not likely to imp me for too much. Okay. We have DK up next. DK, we're looking for 421 boots. We're looking for 424 Razageth helmet high roll, because of course you can get tier out of your raid spots, even when you shouldn't be able to, it's just a low chance. We're looking for Whispering Incarnate icon. We're looking for a 421 weapon, I guess. Looking for 421 pants. 421 cloak. I forgot what loot spec I was opening in, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, Hunger of the Pack. Hunger of the Pack or Belt. I think I'm going to take Hunger of the Pack, though. I like the idea of a trinket that's not on use. So I can combine this with the puzzle box for Unholy. Or I can combine this with the big toe for Frost, perhaps. That seems good. It's not a particularly good blood trinket. The cloak was nice as well. The cloak was a nice option, but I really hate playing double on use. I don't really like that, so I've been trying to find a way around that for a while. And this should be a good way to do it. So, yeah, pretty happy with that. Put that on. I guess for Unholy, it's going to be like this. And I do need to Valor upgrade this thing. How am I doing on Valor? Okay, I'm close. I'm only a little bit away from being able to bring this all the way up. I guess I could get boots and potentially Valor upgrade those as well, but I'll just throw while I'm here, while I remember. Let me toss in the puzzle box up to at least 411. Yeah, this character's getting pretty good as well. Still looking for boots, but I can spark boots as soon as I get another spark and 6 more gumballs. And then I'm pretty much set. I only have a heroic Aranog ring on this thing, though, so at some point we'd love to see a mythic version of that. Not a big deal, though. Druid. My Druid does have a mythic version of the Aranog ring, because it is one of my lucky characters that, you know, generated items out of some great vaults. We will see how it works out this time, though. We would love to see Whispering Incarnate Icon. Whispering Incarnate Icon would be really good. I think I'm going to stay loot spec Feral, because I would also like to see a big Agi weapon. I think that would be the kind of weapon that I'd most like. Loot spec Balance would be nice, so I could roll a Feather, but I don't know. I already have good trinkets. Pretty good trinkets. Okay. Robes that I don't need. A cloak that I don't need. A cloak that I don't need. Pants that I do need for Feral, though. For Feral, 421 pants that's a big game. For Resto, this is plus 107 intellect, but minus 289 leech. I suspect that's a worthwhile trade-off, but I'm actually not sure. Leech is really good. But for Feral, that's definitely going to be good. And I've been playing a bit of Feral on this character as well, so yeah, we'll go toss that thing in the Catalyzer, and can't be too unhappy about that. Let me see. So yeah, here's my Resto gear. Voidmender, Shadow Gem, Windscar, Whetstone. The old double on use for this as well. For Feral, this turns into a Algathar puzzle box, different double on use setup. All my characters are just cursed with double on use right now. But then yeah, I've got a 418 weapon on Feral. And then here's those pants that I will go catalyze and stick a Fierce Armor kit on. And yeah, pretty happy with the Feral gear as well now. We've just, I don't know, Whispering Incarnate Icon, I guess, Broodkeeper ring, although this character's not going to kill Broodkeeper for a couple weeks probably at least. 421 shoulders, 424 shoulders. You know, that kind of stuff would be big. I guess bracers, but a couple of sockets missing on this character as well, but you know, that's really good. That's a really good character. All right. Now we go to the shameful part of the video. So this is my Evoker. I did bring my Evoker to 4 out of 8 Heroic, because my guild was doing 4 out of 8 Heroic to try and get Heroic Aeronog, or Heroic Broodkeeper rings and Grief Torches and, you know, Aeronog rings and Incarnate Icons, all those items that are good even on Heroic for alts. But none of my alts need those items at Heroic level, really. So, for that reason, I was able to bring my Rat instead of any of my tanks. And let's see how this is working. We're hoping to see Heroic Carnalax. We would also be happy about a Heroic Broodkeeper or Aeronog ring. Heroic Carnalax, that's quite good. I think that's what we were most looking for. Alright, we will take that item, and yeah, we're not going to replace that until probably next patch. Maybe not even then. Bang. That's really good. Now, yeah, it's all kind of coming together for old Dratnos draws. I just need to get a catalyzable chest piece or shoulders. If I can get catalyzable chest piece or shoulders, I can catalyze myself into 4-piece, and then we're cooking with gas. I can spark myself rings as well. So spark myself rings, catalyze 4-piece off of either of these slots, and then that's pretty much all good. I guess trinkets are kind of beans, but, you know, when aren't they? When aren't trinkets bad? Anyways, hope you've enjoyed another Vault video. A couple of unlucky characters this week, a couple of medium lucky characters. Evoker was probably the luckiest character with that Carnalax find, but, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Next week, I'm sure, will be even better. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.